Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful night or afternoon. It's not quite night yet. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just start. Yeah. Let's just see what we got going on here. What does a source want to talk to us about today? We got the Two of Pentacles. Judgment underneath the deck. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Emperor under that. So I'll put that over the side. That'll be what we're talking about. Something really coming to balance. Something that was really out of balance is coming into balance once more. Um, and it's got Judgment backing it with the Emperor. So it's like it's really coming to a nice end, like a close. Something really solid. So let's really get some more information here. I've been trying to get back to a learning mindset. So I am gathering some going back to basics knowledge on my decks and the tarot and stuff like that. So I wrote some notes on my deck for the first time. I've never been one to like mess up my decks, but I wrote on this one, so I think it'll be a nice, interesting, and different way to do the reading. Sweet. Okay, yeah, so Justice under the deck. This is a really big like revelation and closing of a cycle. Ooh, nice. So we have the sun and the moon. Okay, I'll say what I was gonna say after. We got the Chariot as well, and then we got the Tower. So big energy here. It's literally all major arcana in the main spread, and the only minor arcana is the Two of Pentacles, which is the main message. So something's coming back into balance, but it's surrounded by big energy. What I don't necessarily like is having the sun behind the moon here, because it almost feels like something is being some sort of obstacle is in the way that might be overshadowing something or causing a blockage to the vision. um, like an eclipse. But what I have here is stay the path, and that's really catching my eye. So it's even though it's like saying that even though there's something coming up, it feels like that's gonna try to knock you off balance. Because okay, so with the tarot, I'm starting to feel like how can we really use it to bring our lives into more of a flow, uh, and that's how I'm trying to approach it at this point. So it's feeling like with this message, it's how we can bring things back into balance, so that when this event takes place, this tower moment, this revelation, or bringing back to reality what was is hidden, whatever this hidden energy is with the moon. Um, it's really talking about overcoming the obstacles by using discernment, especially with the moon and the chariot. There's that duality in both. Like, we have the two pillars here, showing the duality with the dog and the coyote on the path, really symbolizing the internal, like the animalistic nature versus uh, the moral self. And this chariot, like the two sphinxes with the higher and like the different aspects of self, like being guided by the higher aspects. So it's like it's really asking to go on this unique path of unknown um, trajectory, because right now there's something that is coming back into balance for us, but it's through going through this hidden pathway with the moon. It's like courageously going forward through it, because we have the sun here, so it's like a guiding light to go through the path with, and with the moon over top of it, it's like this crustacean that's coming out of the water, um, being vulnerable outside of the water, right? Like it's going on a path of the unknown and becoming vulnerable, stepping out of its comfort zone to then step on a path of full surrender, right? Like the chariot rider is being pulled by the sphinxes forward, by intuition and higher knowledge, and higher connection, like, and trusting in the divine to pull the chariot in the right direction. And with judgment and justice and emperor and all of the uh, cards here, the sun, it's like there's some sort of divine rebalancing of the energy. So this tower moment actually feels really good, because it's, hold on here, let me get this set up really quick. This tower feels really good because it's like, while it is a tower moment, it's an upheaval of something. It's a revelation of something. Something has to crumble to make way for something else to form, from a more from a stable space. It's a good thing after all. Like, regardless, when the tower falls, it leaves this space for level ground, so that when the thing that is being created starts to form, it's formed on something stable. And this revelation that's coming through, it's going to help bring more balance into the trajectory, or the path forward, especially with this sun and the moon showing up. It's like coming out of the dark into the light. So maybe that's what it was like, that before it was feeling like you were going on the journey in a dark, and now there's some sort of big revelation coming through to get you out of this darkness, get us all out of this darkness, bring us into the light with the chariot. Like, um, we're being helped, guided, especially with that chariot. It feels like that, like guidance of some sort. I'm actually gonna use. Turn this down a little bit. I don't know why I got so loud all of a sudden. So can we get a little more insight on this tower? Because it feels like cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger. Judgment again. 10 of Wands, the Star, and Knight of Wands. So being able to boldly take action on something that was stuck before, maybe, or that felt like it wasn't able to achieve because there was so much other stuff going on, too much stuff on the plate, that it's like once you have a full plate, you can't really put anything else on, or else it'll all fall over. Things were slipping through your grip. Judgment So universally, that's why it's so important. All these big energies, something universally is coming into course correct, like I said, because we got that judgment again. Uh, 10 of Wands, which I actually really like this 10 of Wands, and then the Star, but because I like this 10 of Wands because, I mean, on the card, the being is actually laughing, and all of the wands are standing up on their own. So it's like all of the burdens that could have been an issue, they're all standing up on their own now, and this person is feeling not less burden. to to simplify that, right? Like he's feeling it. So something is simply coming in to help. Some sort of big revelation is coming in to really help move some creative endeavor in the right direction. Something that felt like it was slipping through, like the sands of time, kind of thing. This feels like some sort of creative project that we're working on. Something that really wants to move forward, but like not that it couldn't, but in the timing it wasn't right for it. So yeah, we got 4 of Pentacles underneath the Knight of Wands. So it's like being stuck, uh, or like holding on too tightly to something. So it's like maybe loosening the grip, having more fun with that Sun card coming in, feeling more childlike, getting connected to that sort of energy, feeling more open and free, is allowing the movement of this uh, endeavor, whatever was being worked on, created. But there's something specific coming through with this Tower to help move stuff more, because it's coming through with that judgment. So judgment is calling us back to the original message, to a Pentacles judgment. So it's saying that with this Tower, this like bam revolution, something's gonna crack open, something that was hidden in the dark. It's going to be cracked open to then be able to I'm just going to turn this off because it keeps it, to then be able to bring that the path back into balance. Like it feels like walking this way and then stumbling that way and stumbling that way. Like now it's going to be a path that is very smooth. um, with that. So that's really good. I'm trying to think, what do I want to do here? I want to get some more information, actually. Some more information on the revelation. Maybe we can get some more specifics. And then I'm also going to get a Rose Oracle card. Actually, I'm going to do that first, just to have it on the side, because I'll read that message at the end. Yeah, I normally like to have some sort of affirmation or healing energy in the background. However, I have been having trouble finding anything that does not have commercials in the middle. So I think it'll just be quiet. The Mystic. Mystic. Old Garden Rose. And then underneath, the Citizen. That's beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to read those at the end, at least the one, and then I'll probably take some snippets from the other one. But I really want to get some information about this revelation. So let's see what we've got down. Okay. Thing flipped over right away. Jug, light-hearted, carefree time. Okay. Well, that makes sense with the Ten of Wands. It's like freeing up the burdens. And finally, like I said, with that, that's why I like that one, because it feels like the burdens already are free, especially with Judgment. Ooh, I like the way that the flipped. I don't hope that got on camera. Probably not, because my hands are kind of low. But it like and like slid under so smooth. It was weird. Pale. Time to get out of a situation. Yeah, we see that. There's something. That's what I felt with that. That's why I said I didn't really like the way the moon was kind of overshadowing the sun, like it was eclipsing something, which is the challenge here. So it's like that's why Spirit wants to give us this like message, this warning message to keep us on the path. I feel like that distraction energy came up before as well. So this is just coming through as more of like focused, a more focused guidance, if you will. For if so, we got the ring. Says a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Dog underneath, protection from a powerful friend. So someone who is very close to you might be the one coming in to be that help. As I said earlier, there felt like there was someone coming in to almost help, either divine intervention, or it could even be you're like an actual friend or loved one coming through. All right, this is the last one from this side. We got door underneath, opportunities are waiting for you. Yeah, so that really calls to why this thing is being called out so clearly. Yeah, as I'm saying that, I didn't read this. Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. That's what I was saying. With the door of opportunity coming up, I was saying that that's why this message is coming through, is because this source wants to like be this walking stick through difficult times, through this eclipse period with that moon coming over the sun. It's not necessarily saying that there's going to be a bad time. It's just that there might be some confusing energy up ahead, trying to sway you off your path with that Two of Pentacles, and it's trying to. There's some guidance coming through, and that will be coming through very strongly on how to move forward with the Emperor, Justice, like how to move forward in a very neutral sort of way, so that you get the right outcome on the other end through this murky time, whatever this cloudy energy is. But it looks like some sort of coming together is to be had on the other end of this. Something really exciting with this ring, this marriage card. So it's talking about either an actual marriage, like a joining of or a leveling up in your love connection, or business, it says. So maybe, this could be with a lot of pentacles. I would say it could be that too. Most likely it could be a physical thing, not so much focused on a romantic aspect, more of a general, feels like actually moving forward in like the soul path. So something a lot more deeper than just a love connection, right? Like it feels like a soul level rebalancing with all of these major arcana. This is very big energy. We got grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Exactly. This, the back to the original messages, Two of Pentacles, we're in the balance of something really delicate, and Source is trying to come through as with some guidance. And I'm looking now at this, especially with this Knight of Wands. He's looking up at the moon, almost like looking to the moon and the stars, the shooting stars for guidance. So it feels like there's gonna be guidance coming through, and to really listen to it. But that takes a lot of of quietude, right? Lighthearted, carefree time. So it's like calling out to that, really focusing on feeling that lighthearted, less burdened, not letting situations that are not ours um, get into our plate and spill over things that do need our energy and recognition, and basket recognition, reward for merit. Because on the other side of the door, there's that opportunity, right? Well, family wishes come true. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna get one more, and then I'll read that. Oop. Arrow underneath. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Yep, that's why that Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, sorry, it came up underneath, because we're on the right path, and we especially with all these other, the moon, the sun, we're on the right path, and we really just need to stay the course and trust in the guidance that's coming through, even when, you know, um, distraction or illusion tries to come through, because it's going to. With that moon, things are going to try to distract, things are going to try to draw in fear, things are going to try to test moral compass versus animal instinct. Chair filled is the last card that fell out on the floor. Someone new is entering your life. That's exciting. Oh, well, I might have to actually look into that some more. Because now it's seeming like maybe it could be something to do with actual connection, like a big revelation about some way to move two beings closer together, or two beings on the right path, with that Two of Pentacles showing up, right? Because it's the two beings going forward or coming into balance. So it could be that it is actually about, I went straight to, like the physical with the pentacles there. But this with the ring, the well, and the chair filled, someone new entering the life, it could actually be that there's that upgrade with the family, an actual person being introduced, some sort of wish being fulfilled there. If you're trying to conceive, that could be a nice little surprise that you get. So if that is the truth there, then congratulations. Uh, I hope only the best for you and that endeavor, because that's beautiful. But with that, let me read the two cards here. I'm gonna read the one underneath first. That was the Citizen. Numbers 37. Is what you are doing in keeping with the direction and outcome you want to achieve? If not, what would you need to change for you to better align with the energies to achieve balance and success? I mean, that's perfect with what we were just talking about. Literally about keeping in balance, and if it's in alignment with what you're trying to achieve, the star, like some sort of big revelations trying to come through to help bring this star energy it like down into reality, and bring it, any sort of illusion that's been clouding the path, into the light. But it's with the divine help, even like there's some sort of like divine help coming through. So that's really awesome, because it's always nice to have help, especially in this life. I love to finally see readings where it comes through like, actually we can kind of leave it up to the gods on this one. It is all well and good being the rebel, but sometimes you do need to fit in. Work with proven methods and not try to reinvent the wheel to get to your goal. The Citizen, The citizen is the everyday person who is focused on democracy and the betterment of the people. They are approachable, friendly, and easily connect with others. So maybe that's what it is too. Really coming back into balance in the self, so that way we're all like, especially with the way it says, like, it's good to stand out and be that unicorn, you know. But how can we still come back to reality tower and relate to others, so that we can uplift the whole, because at the end of the day, even if we're coming here for a specific thing like love or career, or creating a family, or even creating a business, or whatever message is this, whatever this is specifically talking about for you, it's saying, how is that bringing the whole as a one, um, to a higher space in vibration, because at the end of the day, that's what the goal is, right? We're all trying to level up the vibration of the entire planet, thus making the collective one lighter and more connected in general, just having that connection be reestablished. So whatever this, that's why it's so important, actually, is why it's coming through. It's saying that this thing that you're working on is so important, and that's why divine connection is coming through to help keep us on the path and remove burdens that aren't ours, so that we can stay the course and really hold this vision of what we're trying to bring in to the clearest, um, so that when we create it, it's coming through, correctly. She's got that star right on her pineal gland, so it's really focusing on what she's trying to create, which is that lifeblood, something that feeds her soul. It says the question we can ask ourselves with this card is, what do your strongest and easiest human connections make you feel? Interesting. And then we got 25, the mystic. You may find it is time to devote yourself a little deeper to what you are currently working on or with. Be it industrious, of nature, or spiritual, something may need a bit more of your attention, and you may even find something returning to you that you thought once lost. The mystic will usually give up all earthly possessions and pleasures to devote themselves entirely to the divine or to the cause. I'm going to read that again. The mystic will usually give up all earthly possessions and pleasures to devote themselves entirely to the divine or to the cause. This is a rather austere way of life, and they find themselves incredibly isolated. This is why it is a path trod warily or personalized somewhat by many to include family, friends, and passions. Question to ask ourselves: what do you feel you are devoted to, and is it in line with your values and the betterment of your life? Again, back to that message. So this actually is an interesting aspect of this. So this is again talking about the thing that we're creating, and works perfectly with the why I ended up using my traditional deck that I actually wrote a bunch of key notes on, and I'm going to add to this deck specifically to add notes to the cards, so that when I read it'll add another layer of um, of information to the reading to make them better, is what I'm trying to do with that. So coming back to basics, really learning, as it were, to get a deeper connection to it, because that's going to upgrade this thing. So whatever we've been working on, i.e. me using the my deck to get better connected, deliver better messages, um, connect. I'm doing other practices too, like um, utilizing more herbs and crystals and natural elements to get more connected to my psychic abilities and my different other gifts that I have to enhance what I can do to bring to this channel. Because ultimately that's why I'm here. I'm not just here to show cards and do the mystic thing and do that. I'm here to help other souls stay the path, because I feel like that's like the only thing that I really feel is I want to keep going forward on my soul's path. And um, if I can help anybody else, then that would be great too. And if it's just one person, so be it. If it's a million people, so be it. That's not my place to care about it. It's more so uh, the the goal, and that's what I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that's what source is trying to show with this reading also. Like whatever you're working on, whether it be growing your family or creating a business, creating a sticking to your passions, your goals, your hobbies, really building something, moving something forward in a very powerful way. It's really getting to a higher level of understanding of it, um, which draws me to that emperor, really becoming the like the king of that thing, whatever it is that you're working on, so that when you have it, it is more likely to continue to build on a solid foundation. Because tower is trying to is showing up to say, like, don't let the illusions or distractions that want to come in um, contribute to building a tower in the future that is unstable, which will crumble in the future. You know what I'm saying? So getting this energy right now, rebalancing it now, is ideal. That's why it's coming in so strong. Judgment, justice, judgment again. Spirit and source is really trying to like say, hey, this is a time of some powerful manifestation, that you could create something, this thing that you've really been trying to create, really bring something in new, create a new life here, uh, that'll nourish the family. Because even if you don't want to, if it's not a family member that you're bringing in with this well and this chair filled, it could be, when I see the well, I see like getting resource, you're getting water, it's pulling from a deep resource of energy, to that keeps us sustained. I mean, water is part of like our essence, right? So it feels like this thing is going to keep fueling and add more people and resources to our lives with the chair filled, because it could just be bringing in more beings or more energies that you can play with, which is good. Because even if you don't want to entertain a bunch of different people, it's these energies that are coming in are going to be helping to move the path, move you along the path more. So I like that. So really talking about devotion, what are we devoted to? Okay, it feels like I still want to know more. So I'm going to get some more cards. I think I'm going to use, yeah, I'm going to use this one and get a little info about this chair filled. Chair filled. 9 of Wands. 8 of Wands. The Tower again. Okay. And the Page of Wands underneath. I'm going to show them. See, this tower I actually like because it is a stable tower. There's not much chaos going on in this one. So it does feel calm to me. It feels like when it comes to this chair filled and the tower drawing back to the original thing, this tower moment is actually gonna, it doesn't feel like it's breaking down so much as revolutionizing, like opening up the psyche to something uh, that previously was stagnating movement. Nine of Wands is really like a standstill. Like he's not looking at, he doesn't have his eyes open. All the wands are pointing down. They're not in action. They're not doing anything. He's facing the opposite direction, looking towards the past. Not even looking towards the past. He's not looking at anything. So it's like, there's a fly in here, excuse me. And then with that Eight of Wands, you know, that also points to the fast movement there. Sorry, I got distracted because the picture in the center of the woman, it looks like a sun, almost like a weird sun around her. So that is like, it almost looks like it's revealing her, like the edges are burning away, like she was behind a black screen and she lit, that's what it, like I'm literally seeing her lighting it and it burning a hole to reveal her. So it feels like somebody is being revealed very quickly to well, wow. Yeah, it feels like somebody is being revealed very quickly or very suddenly, or a very in a very spontaneous sort of way. With that Page of Wands, something or someone is being revealed very quickly or a very spontaneous way with both of these towers. So it could be just a very good surprise that helps to move you in the right on the path faster and with more spiritual guidance or knowledge, spiritual knowledge that's going to keep you in a balanced place, us all in a balanced place on this path. So it actually feels like a really good reading, to be honest, because it feels like I said, uh, that source is helping us on this path. We're going to get something really exciting at the end of it, and we're actually going to be introduced something that's going to either a person or most likely a person is going to be introduced in such a way that's going to be very beneficial to the movement, the speed and the movement of this project or endeavor. Yeah, so that's exciting. Something really, really big's coming that is going to help open some doors for us. So I'm excited. If you want to leave a comment to let me know what it is that you're working on so that we can kind of keep track of like the goal and the progress of it, because I like to see how the flies. I like I like going with the stories and understanding like how these cards play out in specifics for every different person. So if you feel called to it, that would be awesome. I would love to chit chat with everybody, get a little personal. So yeah, uh, if anything, I would really appreciate it if you dropped a like, maybe subscribe. That would be awesome. Uh, I'm trying to grow this channel and really help out anybody else out there who connects to my energy and feels drawn to this path. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.